Selling products and services to people in the OnlyFans management community can be an excellent source of revenue for you and your business for a few reasons. Number one, people who do OFM have a ton of money. There's a lot of money that changes hands. It is a profitable business. Number two, the way this business is currently being run by most of the people who are in the community is through black hat marketing. And black hat marketing, by its nature, requires a lot of stuff that is hard to get access to. Things like proxies, things like aged accounts, things like chatters, a lot of stuff. Like, you're not going to do it all on your own. And so it is for that reason that you have a bustling economy in the OnlyFans management space, where people provide goods and services to each other. However, there are a lot of pitfalls that you will need to watch out for if you decide to sell to the OnlyFans management community. I can attest to this. I've sold a lot. I've also fucked up a lot. And in this video, I'm going to provide you with some insights for what you should do or should not do if you plan on selling to the OnlyFans management community. What's up, everybody? Yalapapi, simphunter.com, and also ofm.news. Be sure to check out both of those websites for the hottest up-to-date information on OnlyFans management for you, not them. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 tips for people who want to sell to the OFM world. Now, why should you listen to me? Well, I've been doing this for almost 2 freaking years. Holy shit. Time flies, let me tell you. Because it doesn't feel like that long ago that I had just started and didn't know shit. And to be fair, I still don't really know shit, but, I guess people think I do. So compared to them, I guess I do know a lot. And for a good portion of that time, I have been selling things to the OFM community. So let's get right into it. Tip number 1, if you want to sell stuff, right? Now, maybe you have a product in mind, maybe you don't have a product in mind. If you don't have a product in mind, and when I say product, I really mean product or service. I just don't want to fucking say product or service every single time. So we're going to just stick with that one word, product. If you don't have a product and you are thinking, what should I sell? What should I do? I'm going to give you a piece of advice, and I would recommend that you start with something evergreen. You start with something that is never going to not be needed by the OnlyFans management community. There are products that people need, that they have always needed, and that they always will need. For example, what are some examples of evergreen products? Number 1, models. Everybody will always need models. This business is built off of models. I know, what about AI models? AI models aren't allowed. So if AI gets so good to the point where it becomes undetectable, which I really don't think that is going to happen. I mean, I guess theoretically, it could happen, but technology will advance so much, but there will just be another AI that can detect the fucking first AI. So you know what I mean? I don't think that is really going to happen, to be honest with you. I could be wrong. I mean, who knows? But that said, models will definitely be needed for at least minimum. We're looking at the next 5 years at least. It's 2024 right now. You've got at least until 2030 to provide model leads to the OFM community. It is so evergreen. It is the most evergreen of evergreen products that you could provide to OFM people, because everybody needs models. Everybody needs models. And they need them so badly. There is and even with all the marketplaces out there, I would even say, at any given time, right? All the marketplaces that are legit, okay? And I know there's some legit ones that aren't in the Fed, fine. But let's take all of the legit ones, right? Even the ones I don't know about. How would I know though if I don't know about them? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So out of all of those, you could say that there are at least 100 models being sold at any given time across all the legit markets. I would even put that number closer to 150, to be honest with you. MVP has a massive market. BTZ has a massive market. BTZ has a VIP market. VGT is starting to sell a lot of models now. Luke Biz, fucking OF Best Deals, gigantic market. I've got a small market. We don't make up a big portion of the current available market share of marketplaces, but we're selling models. There's Express Models. Fucking has 30 girls listed in his fucking little thing. There's other smaller places, like I think Henry has a market. I don't think he recruits girls. I think he's just a middleman. But you have smaller sellers that list there. Fancy Models is another one. Fucking whatever. There's a bunch of them, right? So at any given time, you have 150 models that are available to be sold. And they're still fucking selling like hotcakes. There's still demand for it. There will always be demand for it. You will always have demand for high quality models because the high quality agencies, they know how to fucking take that girl and turn her into money. You'll always have it. Always. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. As long as there are people like us who are working every day, grinding, trying to figure shit out, you are always going to have a demand for high quality models. So sell something evergreen, right? This is not a pitch for you to fucking go start selling models. You could sell the reason. Okay, here's an idea. When I started selling proxies, I decided to start selling proxies. I intentionally chose that. It wasn't like I just fucking accidentally like started doing it. I was like, okay, I think this was before I was making any money, or like right around the time where I maybe just started fucking making money. I was like, okay, what can I sell that everybody needs and that everybody will always need so that I can have some reliable income and I don't have to fucking go back to selling hair straighteners at trade shows or like live in a cardboard box. And I was like, what about proxies? Everybody needs proxies. Everybody needs mobile proxies. Maybe not everybody. A lot of people need mobile proxies, right? There's people out there that have a Tinder verification bot where you can do something in the bot and like verify a Tinder profile. People will always need that. That is not going to go anywhere anytime soon. People need accounts. People need fucking VPS. People need all kinds of shit. There are plenty, people need chatters, right? There are plenty of things that are evergreen in the OFM world that you can sell to the growing, constantly growing community of people on Telegram, or even not on Telegram, but mainly Telegram. The second tip, start small. Okay. I know like everybody's eager, and it's a good thing. Everybody's eager. Everybody's ambitious. Everybody wants to get great results fast. You want to flex. You want to show off. You want to fucking buy the fast cars. You want to take the pictures for social media. You want to go spend money. You've been broke your whole life. You're 39 years old. You got gray hair. Okay, no, that's just me. But to like, you want to, everybody wants to get there fast, you know, and, and that's normal. That's a very human desire to want to get results quickly with as little work as possible, which is why, you know, certain products are so easy to sell, because if you promise people fast results, I mean, it's a fucking easy sell, right? So I would recommend that whatever you decide to sell, whatever it is, just start small, okay? Don't get fucking crazy and get yourself in way over your head and grow too fast. Yes, I know you're thinking grow too fast. Oh my, what a terrible problem to have, to grow too fast. Take it from me, somebody who constantly makes this mistake of growing too fast because he is too eager and too excited to get a result now, and as a result ends up cutting corners and fucking not refining his processes enough so that you grow really fast. Okay, you've collected a lot of money, or you've collected a lot of, you know, resource A, you have a lot of fucking models, but you are not able to run your business properly. And if you're overwhelmed, well, I mean, yeah, if you're overwhelmed, you are going to, everything's going to fall apart and you're going to be stressed out, and you're going to make less money overall, which is the point. So start small, get one customer, get a couple customers, like handle that for a week, 2 weeks, a month, get an idea for how it feels to run this type of business before focusing on growth. Just my advice. Take it if you want. Tip number 3 for people who want to sell to the OFM world is that reputation is everything. You need a good reputation. Now, you could pick any seller out there. Any seller. Anybody who sells anything in the OFM world. And I promise you, there are people out there that bought this person's service and were not happy. And if the person's name, the seller's name is brought up, they will have something negative to say about it. No, fuck that guy. He's a fucking dickhead. I can't believe it. I bought this from him and it was a fucking scam, blah, blah, blah. So in business, you are always going to have unhappy customers. That is just how it is. Can't get away from that. However, the bigger you get and the more visible you are, the more unhappy customers you are going to have. People hate you, or people will hate you just because you are a big name. They might not even know you. They might not even have done business with you, but they just see you everywhere and they're like, fuck this guy. Who does he think he is? He thinks he's fucking successful. He thinks he's cool. He thinks he's popular being on fucking, YouTube, or like having all these Telegram groups or whatever, flexing his earnings screenshots. You know what? I just don't like that motherfucker. Fuck him. And they'll talk shit about you, and it will potentially harm your reputation. Personally, I believe there's no such thing as bad publicity, but it is what it is. So what I mean by this is that if you want to sell, reputation is very important. You need to not curate, not cultivate. Is it cultivate? Cultivate your reputation? Is that a word? You need to make sure that you are at least trying to maintain a good reputation. I can think of several sellers off the top of my head. I won't mention them, but I can think of several who ignore this advice. And as a result, anytime their name is brought up, people talk loads of shit about them. To be honest with you, there are some people, every time their name comes up, nobody ever has anything good to say about them. And I believe it is because they have not, maintained a good reputation. They have ignored that. That has not been interesting to them. Now, these people still make a ton of money. So you could make the argument, oh, I don't care what people think of me. I just want to make money. And that's fair, I guess. You are free to take that approach if you want. Personally, I don't know. I don't like that. Am I just like too needy for people's approval? Maybe. But I believe that you will sell more if you have a good reputation. The people that I mentioned who have a bad reputation, they don't sell. I don't know. I don't think they sell as much. I think people that have a good reputation, that word will carry. And when people ask, oh, who should I buy? I need to buy the, yeah, fuck. I mean, you know how many fucking proxies I've sold? Like, I don't even advertise the proxies anymore. I'm always sold out. People are always like, hey, I get at least 3 to 4 messages a day, people trying to buy proxies from me. I post like once every couple months in the one group, the fucking top G service providers. I've posted in there forever, but because I've sold them for so long, and because, I provide a decent service at a fair price, a fucking very low price, let's be real. And I'm responsive and blah, blah, blah. Like, people recommend me. And maybe they just recommend me because they like me. Maybe they just recommend me because they've heard fucking 20 other people recommend me and they want to feel useful. And they know that if they recommend me, I am a safe choice because I have, I believe, a decent reputation. Number 4, tip for people who want to sell to the OFM world: crypto only. You only accept crypto, or you prefer crypto. Now, this is a bit of a, I don't take this advice myself. I should, maybe. But you should if you were going to sell things. And the reason for this is because the OFM community, as much as we love it, as awesome as we think we are, is full of shady ass motherfuckers who will spend $1,000 with you and then call their bank and fucking report it as a fraud charge and try to do chargeback on you. It is what it is. I promise you, it just has to happen to you once before you close your Stripe account and you're like, fuck these motherfuckers. I am never doing this again. Crypto only. Sorry, buddy. Somebody else ruined it for you. Now, to be fair, I take card for some of the things that I sell. Really, honestly, the reason that I take it is because it's a recurring payment and I don't want to fucking chase 100 people for a recurring payment every month. I would rather just have it recur and not have to fucking think about it. But that's just me. I have thought about only taking crypto, but that would require some sort of adjustment. I'd have to build this like automatic notification thing. And I definitely should do it because I would love an extra fucking, $9,000 a month in crypto every month. Maybe I should do that, but whatever. Anyway, the point is that like you absolutely need to accept crypto and prefer crypto. Now, what's interesting about this is that if I was giving, and that's actually a great idea for a video, five tips for people who are going to buy from the OFM world. So if I was making that video advising buyers, I would say never use crypto. I'd be like, you don't want to use crypto because there's a bunch of fucking scammers out there. You want to use card, or at least request to use a middleman for people that don't have a good reputation or that you don't know anything about. If you're a seller, however, especially if you're selling fucking models or something, you want to use crypto because there's a lot of shady motherfuckers out there, and you don't want to run the risk of selling something that may end in a chargeback. So the fifth tip, build an audience or befriend people who have an audience. The reason for this should be obvious. If you want to sell, if you are in business, you probably want more customers, probably want to sell more products and make more money. And the easiest way to do this is to partner with somebody who has an audience and get them to plug your shit. That is really one of the main, so I mentioned this in my article about the Federation like a year ago when I wrote it, but the reason why people have groups, okay, and this may shock you. We didn't just start groups because like we want a place to fucking go and talk to people. There were already groups, mostly. But there were groups. Groups existed. Like, why do we need more than one group? Well, the reason is because when you have your own group, you can control what is sold in your group. And if it's your group, you're the one who calls the shots. In my group, no, I don't do this. I don't sell in my group often. What I have been doing lately is I will promote my content in my group. I give a lot of stuff away for free in my group. But if I rarely will sell something of my own in my group, with the exception being when I do a boot camp and I have business partners, and like part of the agreement is like, okay, I'm going to promote it in my group, and then I will fucking sell the shit out of it as an obligation to my business partners. And that's also like a temporary thing. That's for 3 days, I'll fucking promote it and write shit about it and talk about it. But the point is that I have a group where I can do that anytime I want. I don't have to ask anybody. I don't have to be like, hey, bro, is it okay if I post this in your group? No, it's my group. Now, maybe I will reach out to another group person and be like, hey, can I fucking post this in your group? And, that's another story because that's their group and you have to respect their rules. And the audience that you have doesn't even necessarily have to be in a group, right? You can reach out to somebody who's a YouTuber. You can reach out to them. Now, there's a fair amount of decent-sized OnlyFans management YouTubers out there now. I mean, whatever. What are they, like 10, 20? Like, how many are there really? Not that many. But you could still reach out to them anyway. You could reach out to an OnlyFans model and, whatever, if your service is applicable for that. Think about what you're selling and who has an audience that would buy it, right? Who's the audience? Okay, this is how companies deal with influencers. They're like, okay, we sell cigars. What Instagram account is going to have a lot of people that smoke cigars? I'm just thinking out loud here. Well, the easy choice is a fucking Instagram page that posts cigars. Cigar, whatever. Here's this Cuban cigar and it's $800, whatever. Or an influencer who smokes cigars. Brad Lee or Brad Leah, whatever the fuck his name is. He's one of these like Grant Cardone type of guys, sales advice and shit. He's always smoking cigars. So if a cigar company wanted to find an influencer to promote their fucking cigars, that guy would be a great choice. Andrew Tate, of course, smokes a lot of cigars, Tristan Tate, but I don't think that they would do that. Maybe. But anyway, you get the idea. Build an audience, which is really the best thing to build your own audience. Start making fucking videos, podcasts, whatever. Start a website, blog. Like you can do it. It is possible. I know you have enough fucking time to do it too. You're just lazy. Or befriend somebody that has an audience, or do both. Okay, well, thank you for watching the video, everybody. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Like it, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.